I just posted a video over at, which channel is it? The Becker channel, on the marvelous good health benefit of a shorted low amperage DC circuit shorted through the earthing bed sheet so that it has practically zero amperage passing through the body. The 200 picoamps of suppressed amperage is going through the bed sheet itself, and whatever there is passing through the body is pretty much close to zero. So the only thing left remaining is a voltage spread across a diagonal of the king-size bed, that earthing bed, that I have my sleep circuit set up on. Well, I laid down after a walk, and it came to me, one of the statements I made in that video was that sometimes free energy devices require a short in order to operate. You know, it depends on the configuration, you know, and what optional accessories you have to choose from to operate on the circuit that you switch between. But sometimes you just switch them all out by creating a dead short, because you don't want those accessories, because you want a certain feedback to occur coming back into the circuit that doesn't have those extra accessory subcomponent circuits. So, sub-circuits. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, maybe that's the only thing missing in my sometimes the simplest things in my hypothesizing of Tesla's tri-metal generator. A short. Because you have to go. I'm going to put the link to that video at the end of this one, because it's such a dumb idea. You would think, big intellect, it's like, no, this is so simple. A short. A dead short, come on. Why do I say this? Because I don't think Tesla's tri-metal generator was set up to operate feeding specialized pulse motors to, make maximum beneficial use of the power output of his generator. I think he was just in the Nazi application of the U-boats, the electro U-boats during World War II that William Lyon spoke of. I think they were just standard. I would assume they were just standard electric motors driving those drive shafts to make the, what do you call it? There's a certain word for it when you convert, to make the conversion feasible and easy. But I don't think Tesla's tri-metal generator is a self-starter. I think you have to get it going. A lot of these free energy devices, you got to give it a spin. You could obviously use a starter motor to get it going if you had to. But I think what's happening is that the generator, with a short, the generator would be producing only a voltage dipole, no current. Tom Bearden! Hello! That's a Tom Bearden quote right there! And the current is provided by the load, which in this case is an inductive load. In the case of the Nazi U-boats, the motor driving the propeller shaft would be providing the back EMF current that would supply the whole circuit, inclusive of the tri-metal generator as well. It's just that the purpose of this tri-metal generator is to provide a voltage dipole. That's it. No current. Not exactly your conventional idea of a generator, but hey, why not? And it doesn't have to be AC with a short. How can that? What? Oh my God! I'm going cuckoo, cuckoo. Because I haven't put it down on paper yet, to see, does it look feasible? My limited knowledge, what do I know, I can make these stupid statements and get away with it. Yes! Oh, mommy. Okay, I gotta stop laughing. Oh. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going cuckoo here. I already am cuckoo. Oh, does that mean I'm getting normal? Maybe. Ooh, new things are afoot. Or a feet, if you prefer plural. Pluralizing afoot. Pluralizing progress. It's not singular progress, although it does boil down to a singularity, a short. It's just a plurality of benefits. It works! Oh God, this whole video is going to be nothing but giggling. I'm not sticking my tongue out at you. I'm sticking out at myself. I never had so much fun. Tom, where would we be without you, Tom Bearden? Oh, you make life so much simpler. And Bedini for keep pointing his finger at Tom Bearden. Tom Bearden, Tom Bearden, Tom Bearden. Well, if that don't beat anything, I don't know what does. So, I pretty much have said everything I need to say. There's nothing really much to say. Whatever else is involved here. Whatever else is involved here. Be that as it may. Yes. The one thing is, short it out. Now, obviously, you've got to have different legs because you can't short out the leg of the circuit. There's got to be sub-branches. You can't short out the section that deals with the load. The load can't be shorted, but the power is on another leg parallel to the load circuit. It's on a parallel circuit, and that is shorted out. Doesn't that make the load circuit shorted as well? Oh no! Oh, no. It's a good idea while it lasted. How do you do that? No. Wait a minute. No, remember, it's a question of resistance. The load is a perfect short because, yeah, you have to have more resistance in the generator sub-branch than in the load sub-branch because the load sub-branch, most of the current has to be over there. So you have most of your resistance over on the energy supply branch of the circuit, while the inductive load or whatever, the load has so little resistance, should have so little resistance. Now, of course, resistance has to do with the load. So how do you? Good grief. That might not be such an easy trick. It's a simple trick, but it may, a tricky trick to pull off. Well, first of all, the load's resistance is going to vary over time, but it has to be super duper low by comparison, or else the short won't work, because all or most 99.9999% it's going to matter that it be 99.9999% of the current has to be over on the load sub-branch. That's how the short has to work. So otherwise, the concept won't work. Now, I thought it would be okay because, oh, that's right, because especially if it's an inductive load. See, that may be the trick that we don't recognize, that there has to be a certain portion of the load that's inductive to make this thing work, because it has to generate back EMF according to the standards of conventional motor design. They create a good deal of back EMF, and that's going to be the current that runs the whole circuit. It's not going to come from the generator to speak of. because if I use my sleep circuit as any kind of indication of what to model the tri-metal generator's current values on, it has to have a tremendous size resistor in the generator sub-branch to keep amperage down really, really low, and then short it out to the load sub-branch, which should have next to no resistance. Which, how do you do that? With a motor, no less. I mean, you've got to have current go through the coil. The coil is going to offer some resistance, not a whole lot though. Plus, it's going to offer back EMF, which is not exactly resistance. No, it's not. It's just reverse current. That's all. Which does kill the dipole, the voltage spread within the load sub-branch, which is a problem. But it does supply current, at the very least. Now you would think that through use the current would die out, but apparently not. If we maintain the voltage characteristic on the supply side sub-branch of the entire circuit, it might just work. You know, it almost tri-metal is like, what? Who cares? It's like so unimportant. And why it's touted as an important feature, I don't know. It must have something to do with maintaining the voltage dipole, and nothing more. Which would be significant, because that's what keeps the circuit running. As well as if your motor, your load, your inductive load does not stall on you. Better not stall, because then it'll really kill the circuit, because it's supplying all the current to speak of. I don't know. Obviously, it's going to require some thinking about this, but sorry for my snorting on during the videotaping. Let's edit that out. No, let's leave it all in. Farts and all. I don't have too many farts these days. Come on now, stay on topic. Focus! Focus! I hate it when they do that. I don't know why. I don't mind this business, with the rappers, But this business, I don't like that. Why? Because it reminds... See, they're not old enough to remember the Three Stooges. Oh, they did so many things. They were violent. Woof. Rough little bunch there. And that's one of the things they did. They did a lot of eye poking. So I don't like this. Focus, I don't like that. Don't you go pointing in my eye. Brings back memories of the Three Stooges. Thank you very much. We've had enough of them. It's a little too much violent to be reminded. Anyway, it's an uncanny thought, if it can be pulled off, to have two main sub-branches to this circuit, the supply side and the load side. And the load side has very little resistance. It has an inductive load to create back EMF, because that's the only current that's being created throughout the entirety of the circuit. And then there's the source sub-branch that has a teeny amount of current, a lot of voltage spread in its dipole configuration, and what little amperage it contributes to the load branch of the circuit, the load half of the circuit, is meager. And, with Tesla's high frequency, high voltage AC, usually he could get the amperage down to 0. But if this is a DC system, we don't know. See, we don't know. William Line never specified. And we can't assume just because the electromechanical watt-hour meter is an AC system that this is an AC system. We don't know that. All we know from William Line is that the electromechanical watt-hour meter is a humongously watered, dumbed-down version of Tesla's special generator. Humongously. Having vestigial, residual characteristics somewhat analogous or in remembrance of his special generator, but in no way, shape, or form exactly the same thing. Cannot be taken as a substitute. for his special generator by any means. So it may not be AC. It could be DC for all we know. Now, as a little backstory, there's somebody on the internet who is doing some study on his... no, it was Newman. It was John Newman. John Newman, I think, or somebody replicating John Newman. It might have been somebody replicating John Newman. In any case, somebody made a little tidbit that, it was a person who replicated. He stated that oscilloscopes, when they're in AC mode, they are also measuring DC. But when they are in DC mode, no, I've got it backwards. When they're in DC mode, they measure both DC and AC characteristics because both are present in an AC circuit. But when you put it into AC mode, it excludes all DC measurement and only looks at the AC portion of what's happening in an AC circuit, which vindicates that there's some DC in every AC consideration. So that's a little gain. It's nothing like trying to claim that an AC transformer can be run in a DC situation. But heck, if Edward Leedskalnin can pull it off with a perpetual motion holder device, by all appearance, it looks like a AC transformer, just slow down really, really slow. Very slow alternations. So slow. You can see it at every step of the way, every half step, every miniature baby step of the way. You can see what's going on. And then really scratch your head. Like, what? What is going on? Which only indicates that we don't know what's going on with AC transformers. And who are we to say that DC transformers don't exist if we don't even understand AC transformers? Come on. Edward Leedskalnin's perpetual motion holder kind of vindicates that viewpoint, that we don't know what we're talking about. So why claim there's no such thing as a DC transformer? Okay, see, I managed to keep talking. Isn't that amazing? I'm really good at this. It's called tangential thinking. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with it. And it doesn't mean you're cuckoo. It just means you're very complicated when you look at things. You want to take into consideration everything you can imagine, including the kitchen sink and the dishes, the dirty dishes in the kitchen sink, and what was eaten. Sherlock Holmes with the eye spyglass. Oh yes, the eyeglass. What did they have for dinner? And what were the ingredients in the cream sauce? And was it braised or boiled broccoli? This is how far we have to take our analysis, eventually. Maybe not right away. Oh no. Oh God. Let's see. I think that's about it. Yes. Well, I'm going to have to think some more about this, but, or not, as the case may be. I do best by not thinking at all. And then things just come to me out of the blue. It shows you how long a ways I have yet to go to get anywhere with this. But I'm getting there. Little teeny little incremental improvements. Teeny tiny, weeny whiny, little weeny whiny. Yeah, I'm really whiny. Whine. Complain. Well, what can I do? I have no background on this subject matter. Doing the best I can. I'm a free thinker. And I'm stupid, which makes me even more free to think as I please. All the better to be even more stupid. I'm an idiot. No, you're not. I am a nonconformist. Idiots are conformists. Okay, whatever. We'll back away from that one. I'm stupid, but I'm not an idiot. How does that work? Well, I'm just underinformed. That's why I'm stupid, but I'm not an idiot. I'm a thinker, but I'm a stupid thinker. There you go. And that's what essentially a fool is, right? I'm so foolish. I love it. Oh, I love my foolishness. So long as it doesn't create too much travesty. Okay. I think they call it naivete. Yes, that's a little more sophisticated than just saying stupid. Yeah, stupid, I don't know. Naive? Ah, okay. Naive is a little easier to accept. Okay, now that we've straightened out nomenclature. Get off the line here.